guys and gals, this is Manny. Good to have you here. This is video number 1, Humor Me, Real Part-Time Jobs 101. So let's get started. We're gonna just dive right in. Let's go to Google, type in work at home, and let's see what pops up. You see ads. Earn $30 an hour from home, Truelancer.com. Let's see what that's like. Jobs, employment, Indeed. Okay, 10 best real work at home jobs, bank rate. Okay, so that's it for there. Let's see online jobs. Work online, let me see, $6 an hour. Data entry, web crawler, all you. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's say make money from home. Start your own fundraiser, make money, Shopify. I've heard of Shopify. It's an e-commerce site. Pretty good stuff if you learn it the right way. So let's see what we just pull up. Okay, so we got one, become a freelancer and earn money, which that's kind of surprising. Okay, good. Now let's see what the rest take us to. Well, Audi, cars, buying cars. We're not trying to do that. We're looking for jobs. So boom, bank rate, 10 best in real work at home jobs, searching for a job. Okay, so this is something informative, but it doesn't give you places where you can actually go. So the top one is virtual assistant, medical transcriptionist, translator, web developer, designer, call center representative, and so forth. So the top 10 are there, and that's pretty much what I'm going to teach you. But I'm going to also show you where you can get these jobs. It's not just giving you some information about the top 10 or the top 20 jobs online today. No, I'm going to also show you where you can go. Now, about.com is also just another search engine. Work at home moms. Things like this are just blogs. People just create a website and then they pretty much just give you information, but they never tell you where you can actually go and get these jobs. They just put links. Let's see where this link takes us. Home-based agent. Well, it just takes us to a more in-depth definition of home agent, but it doesn't really give you anything tangible. And so that's what I want to do in this video. I want to give you tangible sources, sites where you can actually go and get a real part-time job. See, the problem on the internet today is there's so much information and you tend to get confused or misled or just pretty much taken advantage of. People just want to make that quick buck and then you're on your own, right? But I'm here to change that for you. I actually want to make a difference. I actually want this information to benefit you. I actually want you to get something from it that's tangible, usable, and that you're going to actually start making money with it. Now, this is a no investment type of situation here, but it does require dedication, persistence, and determination. It requires a level of professionalism that I hope to instill in you throughout these courses, right? So that's my goal. That's why I started this training course, and let's get to it. The rest are just irrelevant. Okay, so let's close out all this. Let's go back to what's tangible. Freelance sites. Now, I put them in this order not particularly because Freelancer is the best or Guru is the worst. No, it's just I was typing them and that's how they came to be. But my personal favorite is Upwork, and let's just type in freelance sites. What happens there? Freelancer.com comes up, boom. You see? Freelancer.com, number one. Freelance sites, well, this is good, but we're gonna touch this later down, because this is actually, you know, blogs and reviews of the 15 best freelance websites on the internet in 2015 to find a job on. So here's Upwork, as you can see, that's number 2. Guru.com, and elance.com. So if you see, all I did was type in freelance sites, and these 4 websites were on the first page, pretty much. Separated from each other in a certain particular order, but that doesn't matter. The thing is that they were on the first page of Google. You know, now how are we to choose carefully? You know, first we need to determine what type of part-time job you're willing to commit to, and accordingly sign up to the freelance site that you see most attractive in that sector. You know, but usually, no matter the freelance site, virtual assistant or a telemarketing position or other light positions are in high demand, like customer service, data mining, typing, data entry, things like that. You know, cold calling, sales, marketing, managing a social media account, or doing PC campaigns for a client. Just depends on your area of expertise and how much you want to exploit that. But it's always good to have more than one talent, you know, because the more you're capable of doing, the better, and the more chances you have of getting clients. You know, if you're a multifaceted type of person, meaning that you have much to offer, trust me, I mean, it's gonna go even better for you. If not, well, you can learn all of this just like I did, you know, because I started off as a newbie, as a rookie, not knowing anything, and I took this upon myself to just take entry-level positions such as telemarketing, cold calling, and slowly but surely, you know, I got up to a point that I wasn't just earning $3 an hour or $4 an hour. I started making $6 an hour, $7 an hour, $8 an hour, and my primary budget now is $10 an hour. So that's what I'm getting my clients to pay me now. So this is gonna be a work in progress, but trust me, it's gonna be something tangible. It's not gonna just poof disappear from one day to the next. You know. Now let's check out these freelance sites, you know, and what they have to offer. So pretty much, as you can see here, select the category that's optional. Let's just go with data entry. What I'm trying to do here is I want to be able to find jobs and then compare with other sites to see which sites have better or more jobs in that sector. You know, like right here, web, software and IT, writing and translation. So we just go and we see, you know, here's programming if you're a programmer, but let's keep it simple. Let's just go admin support. All right, data entry. You know, this is $8 an hour. You know, I mean, $8 an hour. Medical billing and coding, data entry. As you can see, there's very great rates here. You know, so if this is your area of expertise, I suggest you check out freelancer.com. You know, let me see, I went to hire. Or I want to find work. Let's go with that. So Elance and Upwork, this is just something new that I found out right now. I guess must be the same company now. So we're gonna take that off our list, and I will be updating it as far as another freelance site that you could potentially use. But for the most part, what you want to do is you want to find, and it's simple to sign up. You can just sign up with Facebook. Let's see, get started. Okay, so we have to sign up in order to okay, here we go. We found something. Great. Okay, so see here, you can actually customize the duration if you want over 6 months ongoing, if you want contest fixed or an hourly rate. Boom. Usually I go with an hourly rate because that's just the best option to get paid per hour for what you're doing. Type to filter project listings, let's say full-time, no projects. Okay, well, let's say guaranteed qualified highlights, local jobs. Okay, let's just leave it like that. Location doesn't really matter because, as I mentioned, I'm in Honduras, but I work with clients from all over the world. I have a client in the Dominican Republic. I have another client in Canada. I was actually working with a Frenchman, and he had me calling Mexico because they were on the verge of expanding their company into Mexico and establishing a branch. So you get to meet and do and just some exciting stuff. That's the beauty of freelancing. You're able to exploit your talents, personal development, or just simply make more money, or just the possibility of scheduling your own time that comes with freelancing, with professional freelancing. And I mean, I love what I do because I talk to people who are on another level, executives, directors, people who can teach me something, about business. And that's how I've been able to just get better and better and better. And well, life is looking up. See here, you have skills. So it tells you what exactly you need for this job. Right here, find information from websites, data processing, data entry, Excel today, 4 hours, and it's an ongoing project. So it just depends on what type of job market you're into. But I do recommend Upwork. This site for me has worked wonders. It's been a blessing, and I actually have one active interview. I've been invited to another one, and I still have 60 available contacts. So a free members account usually is enough. I'm on a free membership, so I'm able to submit proposals to potential clients, and it doesn't matter how many bids have been submitted to a certain job or a job that you want. The thing is giving it your best on every proposal. It's just putting heart, mind, body, and soul into it, and letting that person know that you're the right person for the job. Just being enthusiastic through your writing. And if you need help with that, feel free to contact me. We're actually going to cover some of that in video number 2, so I think I'm getting a little ahead of myself here. But let's go back to the presentation. So as I mentioned, you need to determine what type of part-time job you're willing to commit to, number 1, right? And then number 2, accordingly sign up to the freelance site that you see most active in that sector. Now, it doesn't matter which one you sign up to, but the jobs that are hot right now and in demand are virtual assistant, telemarketing, sales position, customer service, data entry, data mining, because they're repetitive tasks. And people who are building a business need somebody to do those tasks for them, because those are the fine details that actually make the business run. So it's not like it's not an important mundane task. No, they're actually very important, because that's what keeps the business flowing. That's what keeps it greased up, okay? Now, choose one and build. Once you've done your research, you've looked into all the possible freelance sites listed in the slide before, you need to choose one and sign up. And as I mentioned, all of these sites have options to become free members, which is all you really need to get started. And and build your reputation. Remember how I said something about a review here earlier? Well, it's good to do that. It's good to see which ones are the best and which ones are not as active. Upwork, as you see here, is number one on the list. It has over 1.5 million clients. It was previously Odesk. I was there when the name happened, the change. Now, feel free to follow these links. I'm gonna put them down. I'm gonna put them below the video, just so that you're able to read and pick and choose for yourself. But please, I encourage you that now that you actually know what to look for, then you're able to use Google freely. Freelance sites, virtual assistant companies, things like that, call centers. This is what's really in demand right now. This is where you're gonna land your first job. So if this isn't for you, then you can stop right now, because I'm actually preparing you to land a virtual assistant job, a data entry job, a data mining job, things like that, things that you could do from home with little to no effort, because it's so repetitive, and once you get used to it, you can do it with your eyes closed. And at the same time, you're gonna be earning good money, from $4 to $6 an hour. And if you want to make this a full-time type of commitment, then you can have 3, 4, 5 clients, to fill in the gaps. But you have to take this with a certain level of professionalism. Now, as I mentioned, Upwork, I personally use Upwork as my main freelance site. It's free to join, and the job sector I focus on is highly active, such as telemarketing, becoming a virtual assistant, data mining, data entry, and other marketing jobs. I'm actually working with a real estate client on Upwork, and it's just been an amazing experience. He's trained me. He's very active, and so I do a lot of data mining. I do a lot of data entry for him. I do some outbound calling. I take calls, inbound calls as well. So there's a lot of customer service involved, and I pretty much just generate leads. Just lead generation is what I do for him. And my final words, this is something worth committing to. Trust me, because I started myself not knowing these simple truths, and I wanted someone to guide me badly. I needed a mentor. I needed someone to say, hey, look, you're doing it wrong. This is where you need to be looking. This is what you need to be doing, and this is how you need to focus on. This is how you need to focus on doing it. So, I needed the money for my rent, my bills, and my basic necessities. I found myself in a do or die position, honestly, and I'm not just telling you this because I wrote it down on this PowerPoint slide, but it's because I really found myself in that position. And I had already burned a lot of my bridges. My parents, my family. I understood that the situation got kind of rough, and they couldn't help me as before. And well, I wasn't too much of an organized person myself at that point in time, and so the money that they would send me to help me get by, I would spend it on mundane things such as going out with friends, and well, you can pretty much imagine partying and things like that, right? So I had to get my act together, and I had to buckle down and actually become a man, so I burned a lot of bridges, and no one was willing to help me anymore. So I made a decision, and I stuck to it, and as a result, I found a way. And my final words are, with a little luck, determination, and persistence, finding a way out becomes evident. You see what's working, so you start to do more of it, and in the end, see that everything you did had a purpose. And trust me, if you embark on this journey, it's going to be well worth it, and you're going to have a tangible business or a tangible stream of income that you can either grow or reduce. But it's in your power. It's in your control. And I'm just trying to help you to get that.